So why don't you guys go ahead and take it away.
Thank you very much, Mr. Technically a Pirate. Congratulations to Giants. We now know the 9 teams in the summer split of the LCS. We will find out one more shortly. Let's talk about this deciding game first of all. It was very chaotic. It was very aggressive. It was quite messy at times, but at the end of the day, Giants ended up winning. Let's start with Sheepy. What was your take on this 4th and deciding match?
I think overall, both teams went off to a different kind of style solution with a lot of CS and top lane behind. It's like always this equivalent. And then into the mid game, there was just a lot of fighting, 10-10 in kills at some point, and it was very, very close. And Giants just, I think, with experience, pulling slowly ahead and winning the team fights for them.
Stress, tell me a little bit more about this matchup and what you thought went right for Giants or what went wrong for Reason Gaming.
You already alluded to how messy it was in general. I just kind of feel like Reason, again, we talked about how coming into this, when they get behind, they can come back in games, but I felt like Giants, when they got a lead, were a lot more decisive. Only really that game 3 where Reason got the lead at 10 minutes, and a fair lead. It was only a couple of 100 gold, but more than they normally get. I felt like Giants were just able to control the game from being ahead rather than Reason being able to shut Giants out and drag it late.
Yeah, I think also that what we've seen is just the experience from Giants flanking the backline, and they just do this really well. We also see why those picks like Diana, LeBlanc, Hecarim are really, really effective, because they just reach at some point, do the turn, reach the backline, instantly kill them, and it was really not an easy game for the Strings.
It wasn't, and we just happened to have an example of one of these flanking side lanes. If we can pull that replay up onto your screen. It's very early on. This was really the beginning of the end for Reason, because Audrey just got so fed so early on. Let's start talking through this player Science trying to get away, Sheepy.
Yeah, Rydell has a really nice hook. They burst them down below half HP to 80%. Ignite takes them down. He flashes out the Glacial Prison, and then we see a really, really nice flash Q from Lucian, and what a nice play. I jumped up when I saw this, and yeah, really exciting.
So Giants take the series 3-1. They're aggressive, decisive players, something that we only saw from them really in week 9. I think they've carried it on this series, for better and for worse, in fact. Let's talk a little bit about looking forward now that they are back in the summer split. What does this mean for Giants, as Pyrotechnics was alluding to in the interview?
Yeah, there's still something we have to keep in mind, and this is going to sound a little bit disparaging to Reason, which it's not meant to be, but more when you compare the likes of a Reason Gaming to an H2K, a Fnatic, an SK, teams that even when behind are going to fight you, whether it be over vision, whether it's over objectives, and put up a lot stronger contention. I feel like we're still yet to see Giants do that against one of the top teams at all. That is what Giants now have to work on with Yamato Cannon, their new coach. They have to get better in those circumstances and make sure they can continue on this kind of form.
Yeah, we'll have to find out if they can continue to grow. It's nice to see, at least from week 9 to now, their style has increased. And we want to highlight just one player who we felt was integral in securing that spot in the LCS Summer Split. A KDA of 4, a kill participation of 62%, leading the way in stats. And it's our MVP of the match, Giants jungler Frederick. His performance in game 1 and 2 in particular stand out. I think his Gragas was phenomenal. And holding on to his Sejuani ultimates in the deciding game. Again, very, very strong. Sheepy, you've got a particularly powerful jungler in your own hands. What did you think of Frederick and what he could bring to the Summer Split?
I think he had a really, really strong performance on the Gragas, set up for really nice kills, killing the Urgot around Nashor and setting up for 2 towers inhibitor instantly in 3 kills. And just overall, the Gragas games were really exciting. Also, the body slam into the Sion ultimate you just see over and over the place. So I think we have a lot to see from Frederick.
A lot to see from Frederick and a lot more to see from Werlib. I think this was the beginning of his growth. I feel like Werlib went to Madrid, saw the crowd, got re-energized by it, went to solo queue and was like, right, I'm playing Hecarim, I'm playing Shyvana, I'm playing all of these other champions, Sion as well. That was the first time for both of those champions he's pulled them out. See if he can continue, because top laners, they're so integral right now in our meta. Willip just needs to keep evolving.
I agree, and I actually like the Shyvana pick in particular. It suits the same style as Jax, that heavy split push threat, look for duels with challenging smite. So we'll see if Willip can keep that pressure up. So with that win, Giants have reclaimed their seat in the upcoming European LCS split. And we'll take a look at all of the teams and how they stack up against the rest of the league. It is, of course, Origin and Giants back in there, a lot of Spanish pride. We've still got a lot of powerful teams here. We'll need to see whether or not these guys can make it count when we get to the regular split. So we'll play that when we get there. But for now, while Giants were busy securing that LCS spot, Brazil's INT Esports took a 1-0 lead over Turkey's Besiktas in the IWCI finals. The winner will be going to MSI, where they'll join Fnatic, TSM, and AHQ Esports, who've locked in their spots. LPL still needs to figure out who they're sending, and LCK will send either the GE Tigers or SK Telecom to represent Korea. We'll find out from their final next week. Huge props to the Oceanic guys who've been casting for 5 days straight. Back in the LCS, there's only one more room, one more team for the summer split. We'll be right back and figure out if it's Roccat or the second-seeded challenger squad, Copenhagen Wolves Academy. Now, before we go, we will be hearing from Copenhagen.
When we formed, everyone knew each other quite a bit already. And then we wanted like a powerhouse of the Netherlands. So we took pretty much everyone from the best in their role. And then we formed a team, and at first we just wanted to like win Dutch tournaments, like small tournaments. And then, well, we got pretty good, and then we got into the Challenger Series. So we didn't expect it at all, and then we got so far, and now we're here.